Why is this man on the screen? Well, basically, they said he's been accused of killing a woman, his fiance, and her two sons. Wow, looks like the safe way today is going to be the single way. So let's go ahead and check this out. This is going to be part A. Then stick around for part B, which will stick around if you will for part B, which will be a separate video for the commentary. Check it out. Crazy. Grand Rapids late last month told Target 8 today about the hours leading up to those shootings. He says it was one of his multiple personalities that pulled the trigger, a claim that the prosecutor says he's not buying. Charles Broomfield sat down with Target 8 investigator Ken Colker.
We spoke through a video chat for about 45 minutes from the Kent County Jail, where Broomfield is being held on 3 counts of first-degree premeditated murder and weapons charges. Broomfield, who has no criminal record, is accused of killing his fiancée, Jacqueline Neal, and her sons, Cameron and Michael Kilpatrick.
She's one of the best things that ever happened to me out of any woman, girl ever been with.
He says they met 8 years ago through Tinder. They had a son together 5 years ago. She had 2 older sons and 2 daughters.
I don't call her Jacqueline. I always called her Bunny.
You called her Bunny?
Because she was my bunny. Yes. I never called her Jacqueline.
But he says their differences in raising children, among other differences, started getting between them. Broomfield talked about the night before at their home on Ward Street Southeast. They had just moved in days before.
I remember the night before like it was yesterday.
He says it was a stressful evening, some family members still moving things into the home. Says he and his fiancée were not getting along.
We were just being petty towards each other.
The next morning, he says he woke up early, before 6 a.m., to shovel snow. That, he says, is when his fiancée texted him. She wanted him gone.
This ain't gonna work out. You gotta find someplace else to go, this and that.
He says they argued inside the home.
Something inside me just seen red. I just snapped. I blacked out. Couldn't think of nothing.
At some point, then you got your gun and you shot your fiancée, right? After seeing red.
Yeah. Yes.
And then you shot the boys?
I just couldn't think, didn't think about until after all of it happened, and I was just straight crying because, like I said, a monster who don't give a don't have no remorse, will not cry, does not care.
Is he crazy?
I was crying.
Police say the boys were shot in their beds. And then you came up with that story about the intruders.
Because I was like I said, that was coming to me after the fact that I snapped back out of in reality.
When police arrived that day responding to his 911 call at 7:40 in the morning, he claimed that 2 intruders had broken in, that one killed his fiancée while the other killed the 2 boys. But police say he confessed after detectives found inconsistencies in his story. Broomfield claims it was one of his personalities known as Charles that pulled the trigger. While Charles is his legal name, he says, friends call him Charlay.
I am battling demons, like I said. Chucky, Charlay, Charlie, Charles, all had something going on, and whatever and whatnot. Chaz is just chilling. And it's like, I know I'm not a bad guy.
Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker says Broomfield has talked about multiple personalities while in the jail, but the prosecutor said he doesn't buy it. There are going to be some people who are going to watch this and say he's just trying to set up a insanity defense.
Yep.
I'm not trying to set up nothing because, like I said, I have no criminal record, period.
You do now?
I never hurt anybody a day in my life.
What do you say to her family?
Basically, none of this was supposed to happen, period. And I'm sorry to all of them.
Wow.
We reached out to the victim's family, but they declined an interview. A memorial service for Jacqueline Neal and her sons will be held at 11:30 Saturday morning at Remembrance Church.
Okay, everybody, you saw part A. Stick around. We got to talk about part B. We got to have that commentary. Wow. This guy is off the rails.